So, Dannion, how many times have you died?
Well, I've been clinically dead 3 times, but I've had 4 experiences, what you would call near-death experiences.
And what did you learn through these near-death experiences?
That to even conceive that you're going to die is an insane thought. No one dies. It will never happen. And after being a hospice volunteer for more than 45 years and being with more than 2,000 people going from this world to the next, I can tell you conclusively that you will never die. And when that comes into your thought pattern as a place of value, then you start to really look at who you are and what greatness you can achieve in your life when you are going to be you forever. Because think of how long forever just got if you're never going to die.
How sure are you of what you just said?
I'll say it again. After being dead more than 4 times, or struck by lightning and dead for 28 minutes, open heart surgery, brain surgery, open heart surgery. Those are near-death experiences except for the lightning strike. And then after open heart surgery, I had to be resuscitated 3 times. That's dead. No pulse, no respiration, no EKG. And after dying with thousands of people and studying death for now more than 45 years, unequivocally, without question, you will never die. And why? You are a great, powerful, and mighty spiritual being with dignity, direction, and purpose. So the only thing that can ever possibly go wrong in your life is you let something affect your dignity, which skews your direction and your purpose, and that's where every one of you are who thinks you're going to die. So get over it.
So what happens? You're struck by lightning, you die. You have cancer, you die. Whatever happens, you die. Tell us what happens immediately after that moment.
Okay? Once again, nobody dies. What happens is your spiritual ethereal self releases from the meat sack.
The body.
And then you enter a level of consciousness like peeling an onion, taking away those layers and layers and letting go. And then you have relief, no pain. Remember, being struck by lightning, I was paralyzed, and the fire that came through the room burnt my eyes. I couldn't see. I lifted out of my paralyzed, on fire, burning body. I had no pain. I could see. I could look what's around me, acclimating, and then down a tunnel to a place of bright, brilliant, beautiful light with a silvery, shimmery essence to it that I can only describe using the word sensual. In the ethereal spiritual world, the sensual nature of you is what you permeate and feel. Your connection to the divine and the divine's connection to you. And then you have the single most important point. You have the panoramic life of you. The near-death experience, everyone has a life of you, Book of Judgment, the Hall of Records, all of this. This exists. You see your entire life pass before you in a 360-degree panorama. Watch yourself from a second-person point of view as though you were your own best friend. So you see how silly you are. And there's just a best friend, so you're not being judged. Then you literally become every person that you've ever encountered. And you feel the direct results between you and that person. You become them. So what's the greatest takeaway of that system? Is paying attention to why you're doing it. Because if you pay attention to the reason for why the action you're taking, it's never what you're doing, it's why you're doing it that matters. What I have learned is to set in motion and look at the reasons why I do things and make sure I'm not petty, make sure I'm not selfish, and make sure the reason I do it is for the betterment of all of us instead of being a bully, jackass, brute, tough guy. Always be smart, be loving, and be appreciative. And keep your dignity intact, because if you think you're going to die, then somebody can scare you with the lack of knowledge you have of what's next. You cannot scare me.
So when you look at why you do things or why you have done things, can you give us another example that people can relate to, that they can apply in their daily life?
The most important thing about looking at how do you apply the panoramic life review to your daily life, think of this. The measurement of your existence, and I hope some of you have a religious tone, I don't know how to phrase this other than this, that when you look at the value of your life, 360 degrees, second person point of view, and then being every person that you've ever encountered, you're going to know the reason why you did what you did, because you're them. You could have just hurt their feelings because you were mad. Well, you're going to feel that anger. You're going to feel that hurt. Or you could have said something to them that made them angry and mad, but it was you trying to help them and to care about them and to appreciate them. Well, when you feel them, you're going to feel that place of where you came from and how they felt. Always remember, it's never what, it's why. So why I'm doing these videos is the guy who's doing this, I love him and appreciate him because he's a great warrior and a great person. And I hope that every one of you that listens to this, remember, I love you and I appreciate you because I love and appreciate me.
Are we all the same? Are we all one? Are we all God?
So a lot of times people say, are we all one? Are we all the same? Are we all God? Well, what's the most important thing to remember about that is we in this particular form, in this particular dimension, this third dimensional reality, we are the golden ones. Everybody wants to be us. So all the aliens, extraterrestrials, interdimensional, Satan worshipers, all that, they all want to be us. They're all jealous and envy of us because we are the golden divine ones. Great, powerful, and mighty. Take time to look those three words up in the dictionary and apply them to who you truly are, a spiritual being with dignity, direction, and purpose. And remember, if you love and appreciate you because who you are, and I just said that, then the nature of being loved and appreciated is an automatic reflection of what I'm telling you to be the truth.
Any last words? You're not afraid of dying, are you?
Well, any last words? Am I afraid of dying? How could I be afraid of something that never happens? It will never happen. Never. Get over the fear complex. Get over it. It won't work once you take your last breath. And all that stuff you think's going to happen, pay attention to the near-death experience. Don't believe everything you hear people say. And remember, people are describing them in their own unique ways. But take from it the fact that they have reached past the boundary of what we call the end and reached into what we truly know is the journey back home. We come from there here. And we go home when we finish this job. And we will do a series of videos on what the job is and what the reason for this job is and how do you get the best out of it.
Dannion Brinkley, how do people find out more about you and your work?
Go to lightstreamers.com, Mr. Mebane, and welcome to the family. And come on down.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too, man.